All right, we're going to keep it moving. And we have our next guest, which I'm curious if we're sticking in order or we're not sticking in order, but they're going to make their way to the stage. And, even if they don't make their way to the stage, I'll, vamp for a little while. Oh, Dr. Willie Jolley's moving on in just a little bit earlier. And come on over. Nice to see you, my speaker friend. Oh, he's going to go get something. What is he revealing? We're we know each other through the National Speakers Association. And now that I think that we have his audio, I hope a setback is a setup for a comeback. Take it away, Dr. Willie Jolley.
Well, greetings, everybody. Look here, I got 9 minutes to give you information on my books because I couldn't figure out which book to give you information on. So I said, I'll give you a little information on all of my books because I write books and I'm grateful they've become global bestsellers. So I got 9 minutes to tell you about 6 books that can help transform your life. I don't know which one is right for you. That's why I said, which one should I use? Should I do the marriage book where everybody might not be married? Should I do the setback and the comebacks book? I don't know if they've had a setback. Do they need some greenbacks? Do they have a need for building their business with an attitude of excellence? Or do they need to change their mindset? So I'm gonna give you 6 books in 9 minutes, a minute and a half on each book, and help you grow and go to the next level. First, I want to talk about my book, It Only Takes a Minute to Change Your Life. Many of you might know I do a syndicated daily radio show across America called Wake Up and Win with Dr. Willie Jolley. That's a 1 minute message. It's also on social media. And every day across America and around the globe, I send out a free 1 minute message on Facebook and IG and TikTok and on our email list. And we talk about lessons from the book, It Only Takes a Minute to Change Your Life. Now, this book is a book of 1 minute motivational, inspirational messages that is great bathroom reading and so forth. And it is going to help you in a short time to change your thinking. My friend Les Brown says this book will change your life. Then the book most people know me around the world by is called A Setback is a Setup for a Comeback. Now, this book is the one that you see on the screen because this one is a global bestseller. It has become a part of the vernacular and is based on my being fired and replaced by a karaoke machine when I was a nightclub singer and being depressed and discouraged and despondent. But that setback was a setup for a comeback because out of that, I took a job as a drug prevention coordinator, talking to little kids about staying away from drugs. And from there, teachers would say, "Come to the teachers group." Then someone would say, "Come to my church." And then someone to my corporation. Then Les Brown heard about me and invited me to be on tour with him and Gladys Knight. Then I was able to start doing a radio show because of their influence, and I got a syndicated radio show. Then Sirius XM, where I now have the #1 self-help show in the country, the Willie Jolley Wealthy Ways Show on channel 141. And then the podcast on top 5 downloads globally. And then I named one of the top 5 speakers in the world. And then last year, winning the highest award in the speaking industry, the Cavett Award. And so that is a setback as a setup for a comeback. But what happens if you don't just have a setback, but you need some greenbacks? Then turn your setbacks into greenbacks. And that is about the lessons I learned from the many people I interviewed on my Sirius XM show who went from being broke and busted and disgusted to becoming millionaires and billionaires and how they did it. It's 7 steps to go from disaster to financial freedom. And this book is also a bestseller. Then a book that came out of my work with Ford Motor Company. In 2006, Ford Motor Company was on the brink of bankruptcy. One of their executives had read my book, A Setback is a Setup for a Comeback, and said, there's a guy who can help us to turn this around. We need to save this iconic company. So they brought me in to work with them because they were on the brink of bankruptcy. They were losing $1 million a month. And so I went to work with Ford in 2006. They brought me back in 2007, 2008. And in 2009, Ford was the only one of the 3 big automakers to be able to reject a government bailout. They went from losing $1 million a month to making $1 billion a month. Now, did the economy go up between 2006 and 2009? No. What changed was thinking. So what I shared with the people at Ford was how to get a new attitude, an attitude of excellence. And so this book, An Attitude of Excellence, is based on the lessons I learned from the CEO of Ford, Alan Mulally, who was CEO at that time, who wrote the foreword for this book. Also, my other foreword writer is Stephen Covey, who wrote The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And out of that book, many companies started buying the book for their people. Verizon and Hyatt and Marriott and Blue Cross Blue Shield, one after another, have been buying it. Truist Bank just bought a bunch of copies for their people. An Attitude of Excellence. And then my book that I wrote with my wife is called Make Love, Make Money, Make It Last. 10 Secrets to Shape a Great Marriage. My wife and I have been married. This weekend, we'll celebrate 40 years of marriage on Saturday. We haven't had an argument in over 38 years. And the lessons we learned are right in this book. Now, though I was on a Today Show and someone said, "You never had an argument?" I said, "I didn't say that." Well, I said, "We haven't had an argument in 38 years. Those first couple of years were like World War III. But we learned some wise principles from some wise mentors. Take this one down, write this down. There are two ways to get to any goal in life: mentors and mistakes. Now, both will get you there if you don't give up. But one just gets you there with less headaches, heartaches, and knots upside your head. And we started getting marriage mentors who told us how to stop arguing to get to loving. And we haven't had an argument in 38 years. Does that mean we always agree? No. And what we learned was there are systems for having a happy, fulfilling marriage. And if you learn the systems, they will work. So we got 10 steps in the book for people to improve their relationships. And we got an 11th chapter for people who are not yet married. So you'll know how to separate the prospects from the suspects, huh? Because you got to know how to do it. So the book is called Make Love, Make Money, Make It Last. I want to encourage you to go to jollymarriage.com, jollymarriage.com. Get a free chapter from the book. The biggest chapter in the book is the communication chapter, because marriages break up for one of three things: sex, money, or communication. And the biggest of those is communication, because you've got a great communication, you have a great love life. You have great communication, you'll be having a great life with your finances. So you got to get communication first. The biggest chapters are on communication. We give that away free. Also on that site, you'll see our TED Talk that we did that is now one of the top TED Talks for marriages. How the system that we use for not arguing. As I said, we don't always agree, but we got a system. Jollymarriage.com, get the free chapter. And if you get the book, get 2 copies, one for you and one for your significant other, and read it at the same time. Don't do one this time and one the other. No, read it together and talk about the points at the end of each chapter to help you grow. Now, I said I had 6 books and I got 9 minutes, but the 6th book is the one that I'm so excited about. I don't have a picture of it. Here's what it looks like. The book is called Rich is Good, Wealthy is Better. And this book is my new book, will be out in 2 months. And this probably will be my biggest book ever. Because after 19 years of being on Sirius XM, the Willie Jolley Wealthy Ways show and podcast, and interviewing some of the greatest wealth creators in the world, I learned that many people, like I was, thought that rich and wealthy were pretty much the same. Or maybe they were just a little different. Wealthy was a bigger number than rich. And so I asked 100 people, "What's rich to you?" And they say $1 million. Almost everybody said $1 million. And then I say, "Well, what separates being rich from being wealthy?" And they say, "Oh, I guess 5 million, 10 million, a billion." Ha ha ha. No, no. It has nothing to do with the amount of money you make. It's a different system that'll create wealth. Like the lady in the book, Mary Ellen Pleasant. She was a domestic worker, cleaning people's homes, cleaning their clothes, and washing and fixing their food. She never made more than $6,000 a year. $6,000 a year. But when she died, she had a net worth of $7.5 million because she understood the secret. Folks, go to Rich is Good, Wealthy is Better.com. Pre-order the book. It'll be out in about 8 weeks. It's going to the printer this week. Rich is good, wealthy is better.com. So I got all of these books. My time is up. My 9 minutes is up. It only takes a minute to change your life. A setback is a set up for a comeback. Turn setbacks into greenbacks. An attitude of excellence. Make love, make money, make it last. You can go to winwithwillie.com, winwithwillie.com to get access to all the books. Order them. I'll sign them. We'll send them to you. And you can finally, last and not least, go to wjwow.com. wjwow.com. Get some of the free resources we have for everybody because we want to help you win more in every part of your life. So my time is up. I'll close as I usually begin, but I didn't do it today because I wanted to make sure I got my time in. You have only just a minute, only 60 seconds in it. Forced upon you, you can't refuse it. You did not seek it, you did not choose it, but it's up to you to use it. You must suffer if you lose it, give account if you abuse it. Just a tiny little minute, but your eternities are wrapped up in it. I want to thank my friend Ken Rochon for being here and being able to invite me to be here. He got a picture of me and my friend Ken, Dr. Smiley Rochon, my man. And Jess, it's good to see you, my man. NSA partner, CSP, Mr. Jess Toddfeld. So I want to thank y'all for having me. This is an honor to be able to be with you and everybody here today. And that lady who preceded me, she blessed my heart. She blessed my heart in the nursing home with her commitment that she was going to be at her grandchildren's events. God bless you, my sister. I'm praying for your success. Thank you, Ken.
Thank you so much, Willie. You're awesome.
You're the best.
That was fun.
All right,
That was fun.
I
don't know how he has the extra time. He's got a radio show. He gets better and better with time. He's still here. You couldn't chime in on that, Willie. How you're getting better and better every year.
Well, you're kind. You're kind. I kept saying, Jess, somebody said you won all the awards. You got the Cavett. You got the Hall of Fame. You got the this or that. Not one of the top 5 speakers. I said, but one day, if I keep working, I'm going to be a good speaker. One day, if I keep trying, I'm going to be a good author. One day, if I keep working hard, I'm going to be a good radio show host. If I keep trying. And that's the secret, Jess. I never get satisfied, and I don't get tied up in my own press clippings. I keep working to get better.
Whoa. And which time zone are you in right now?
I'm in Washington, D.C. So
you're also, it's almost 9 o'clock at night. Look how nice he looks at this hour, and he's got radio shows, and he's probably got 5 more books he's writing at this very moment. But
I got 2 more in the pipeline. You got
it. I knew it. No, it was a lot of fun. Thank you for sharing all that wisdom with us.
Thank you for doing this, Dr. Rochon. This is such a great idea. When he contacted, I got to give a shout out to our dear friend, Mr. Dr. Breakthrough, who connected us. I knew Ken, but he connected it because he didn't have my right contact info, and Dr. Breakthrough made it happen for us to connect. He said, "Would you do it?" I said, "Anything for Ken, Dr. Smiley Rochon." So
thank you, Dr. Jolley.
God bless y'all. Have a great day. I look forward to you soon. Okay, be well.